Check, check. Yeah, sounds good. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we're still waiting for a few people on the OpenSIP side. They will be joining us in. They're doing the workshop, so. One, two, three, one, two, three. Oh yeah, it's working. Hey, Giovanni. Say something, Giovanni. Are you with us? You're muted, I think.
Yep. Now I'm unmuted.
Nice.
Okay, it works. I'll mute myself back.
Escape. So, Sandro, your partner Alfred, is he joining us today, or is it just tomorrow? Sandra said he is not able to use microphone, fortunately. Oh, he is here. Oh, okay. Oh, I missed him. Hi, Alfred. We don't hear you. I think you're muted yourself, but. Alfred, still don't hear you.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Hi. Fine. Hi, I'm fine. How are you?
Good, good. Hi, Ole.
Good.
Audio check. We don't hear you still. We see your lips moving. I think you're muted.
Oh, yeah, I'm muted. Hello there.
Hey.
Now it's working.
Oh. Do you have Fred here?
Not yet, but he said he has some other stuff for Monday. So
Yeah.
we might not have him today.
I may have as well later on, but we'll see. At least I have
Yeah.
access to the server.
Yeah. And our OpenSIPs friends are still stuck, I think. Let me see what's going on there. And we still don't have Dave. So congratulations on those JVT stuff.
Oh.
Hey, Dave.
And we have 2 Maxims in the conference.
Oh, this is one for capturing video.
Okay. Another muted fella.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Dave. Right. Well, I'm still waiting for OpenSIPs guys to join us. I'll probably introduce everyone who is already here. So we have Ollie Johansson, who is I don't know, Ollie, you've been involved in more open source projects.
General troublemaker.
Yeah, he's been around SIP since a long time ago, and he was also pretty actively involved in all ATF work and producing new standards. And yeah, he is also was how you call it? Was you like one of the organizers of original SIPIT or?
Yep.
No, not really. I joined in the meantime. And contributed and organized the last one.
Okay. Well, that's my recollection of it, because I only catch the last one. And then we have Giovanni Maruzelli, who is also been around a long time and involved in FreeSwitch and OpenSIPs and Camellia and some of his own SIP projects. And then we have Alfred.
Also a troublemaker.
Oh yeah.
Minor troubles.
And then we have Alfred and Sandro from Enable Security. Unfortunately, Sandro seems like he's having some troubles of his own. Unfortunately, so he does not speak today, and we only can chat with him. So it will be a little bit challenging, I guess. But we'll see if we can overcome that. And his colleague Alfred from Enable Security. Then we have Dave Horton, who is the guy behind Dractio, and he also has a lot of new interesting projects with jump-ons and other stuff. And then we have Andrei, who is my colleague here at CP. And Andrei, he is. We hope to send him to some to the Camellia Summit this year, but unfortunately that did not happen. But he's also been long time around SIP, implemented Go B2BA, and been contributing patches to a lot of other projects, OpenSIPs, Asterisk, fixing stuff up. And we have Pavel, who is also my colleague here at SIPI, and he's our QA force. He has a lot of hands-on experience setting up various SIPP scenarios and in general testing SIP down to the lowest level. And now we have Liviu, who is one of the key developers of the OpenSIPs project, and he recently worked on a lot of stuff actually. But in particular, we hope to have to test some of his work on push notifications, and he also pretty helpful in pushing the RFC 8760 and reviewing some of my early prototypes. And we have Robert Vlad, who is also from OpenSIPs project, and he is the guy behind Stir Shaking, among other things, recently.
Hi. Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
So that's I think that's everyone we will have today. Maybe some other people will join later, but we'll probably proceed. So just I think I mentioned it several times to all of you guys, but just for the sake of people watching us on YouTube online and on later in recording. So why we're doing it and what is the overall goals for this year event? It's a new thing for us. We've only been to one SIPIt as a participant, so we just wanted to have a little bit of hands-on experience on how it all works. Then we also set up some online resources like web pages, mailing lists, and all that. Then we also want to have at least some short-term practical results in terms of few RFCs that we want to test, and the last but not least, we want to use it as a test bed to hopefully plan for the next event of this time sometime next year.
I would like to add
Sure.
there. One important thing with original SIPITs is to give feedback on the RFCs. If we as developers feel that, oh, this is totally messed up and fucked, or the description doesn't fit my code, then we need to give feedback. And if we end up in discussions on how to understand an RFC, we need to give feedback, because if there are discussions between developers that have long-term experience, then something is wrong as well.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. And thanks for mentioning that, Olli. Actually, I've seen a few times just on the SIP implementers list, people mention the previous SIPIT. So definitely, if there is any issues, we probably need to address it. So for today's section, I guess a few objectives that we want to achieve. Obviously, we wanted to introduce everyone. I know all of you guys, but I guess not all of you know each other. I guess so. That's important. And then we have some code for the RFC 8760 on our end, and I believe Enable Security has some RFC 8760 code as well. I did not have a chance to talk to you guys, Alfred and Sandra. What exactly do you have? So, if maybe you can explain us what is that?
So actually, we've got implementation for SHA-512 and digest authentication. So and 256. So we can test with services against that.
Okay. Does everyone know what is this? So we can explain the issues. No one wants to step forward.
Sorry. I have it on my next slide, so there will be
Okay.
be some of it, and we can discuss it. Alfred, so you guys have just trying to understand in SIP-Vicious, you have this digest. So do we need to create some particular username and password in order to test it, or how it works?
Yeah, we can use that actually. So
I know. Yeah.
it was I mean, we didn't have a lot of scenarios to test against because a lot of implementations don't have RFC 8760 support. So it's good if we can actually test against your setups.
Oh yeah, that's cool. All right, and then just let me get over the today's objectives, and we'll move to that specific RFC. And then we hope to set up some test scenarios for the push notification, and it was more, I guess, exercise in building some advanced scenarios because this is pretty complex call setups, and OpenSIP's team, I think, has some issues in just figuring out how to test it. So we wanted to see what we can do as a group to maybe set something up quickly. And for tomorrow we have bigger fish to fry, the steer shaken. So we'll probably have to discuss on that end and plan, because I'm frankly, I still need to figure out some of the details about how it generates certificates and all that stuff. So it would be very helpful to have discussions with Vlad in particular, or other people who got some hands-on experience with that. So unless there are some other questions, we can move to the RFC 8760.
Yay!
All right, RFC 8760. I hope I did not do any mistakes in the numbers. But in a nutshell, it adds two new digests into supported www and proxy authentication methods. And the way it works is basically UAS is expected to include multiple www or proxy authenticate fields.
Or only one.
Yeah. Depends on what is expected, I guess. It should include those headers, or at least one of them, as Oli correctly said. And the order, I guess, on the UIC side, the order in which those headers are present in the 401 or 407 response sets the preference in which it should use. So if your UAC supports, for example, in this particular scenario, both variants of SSA, SHA, it should pick the top one, which is 5512 256. Then so that's a nutshell, and it's pretty I think self-explanatory from to everyone who is involved in SIP. And then there are some additional quirks. In particular, it basically mandates the use of QoP parameters. So before that, in RFC regional SIP RFC 2.0, QoP was still optional and was not required. There are some caveats that we I think Olli was raising those during all stages, and they're still relevant. So there is no built-in protection mechanism from the downgrade attack. So, for example, if in this scenario where we send three, for example, if we don't include the MD5 in our original response, the malicious UAC could still try to send us back MD5 response, and there is no really mechanism in the SIP RFC, in that RFC itself to protect against that. And then we expect at least there are some problems to be with the implementations who don't even analyze whatever. They just might ignore the algorithm because it was there was only one algorithm, so some implementations might not even consider it. So in case if you don't include MD5 and send this only two more secure challenges, not just the older UAC could still send you back MD5 or something to keep in mind.
Well, that's the big problem with this, that as long as you add MD5 today and maybe tomorrow SHA 256, I don't know, but today MD5, there's no point really from the server side, because you're not making things more secure.
Yeah, that's a problem. And another problem, I guess, with all those multiple challenges, I would expect people would probably set on subset of it because it's really probably not. In some at least cases, there might be concerns that bloating message with all the three all the time might not work very well. So all this to say, I guess that the implementation that you do will probably have to be pretty flexible in what how those challenges are generated and what authentication mechanisms are enabled.
Where did you find that you have to have the same nonce?
Oh, this is actually a good question, Ole, and thank you. It was actually, let me try if I could find this discussion easily, but it was it was actually I raised this question to the original authors of RFC before it was accepted, and they referred me back to the HTTP digest, like original RFC for HTTP protocol.
Okay.
In that original RFC, it basically says that the nonce should be the same.
Evil.
Yeah, and I suggested that maybe that's not a good idea. I'll share a link to the message when I find it. But I basically got an answer from the authors of the RFC
Refund.
76. Yeah, well, yes. They basically said, "Oh, we don't want to kind of diverge too much from what is
No.
what is that other
But
RFC says."
yeah, but we had a discussion in the apps area, and HTTP has exactly the same problem with downgrade attacks. So the proposal was to form a joint working group in the apps area and see what we can do.
Yeah, well, technically speaking, I mean, it's probably a little bit dangerous area for, and I would not really say we recommend or anything. But you can probably at least one could at least consider the idea of putting different nonce into each of those challenges that would be specific to the algorithm. But then again, yeah, it will diverge a little bit from RFC. Maybe not very important. So yeah, that's kind of in a nutshell what we have. So in terms of testing this today, what we have in mind is I can show a little bit how it works here. Just give me a second. I'll set up my screen sharing. Just a question, general question. I haven't really got chance to speak to Dave. I think. So now, have you been looking into that RFC, Dave? No.
Yeah, I looked into it a little bit. I've not implemented support for it as yet. I was planning on doing that during this kind of session. So I have my Dracula server set up as a UAS right now. And I'm looking forward to making the changes for it, but be working through things.
Do you have any server that has this?
Are you talking to me or Maxim?
And anyone in the group? Do we
Yeah,
have a
I do
server
have
that
I
can
do
handle
have a server who
Okay,
can do it.
cool.
I was actually trying to show my tab here. Let me just clean my area. To present this window.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, I don't know if you guys see my screen well enough. But what I basically have is this Alice, which initiates calls, and it's basically UAC, and the Bob is UAS, and it's not limited to just internal communication. It could accept calls from anywhere, and so. Anyway, so it's running on port 5060, and if I set Alice start Alice, it will basically do the challenge. Just stop it. It will it will receive the call, and you basically just need to send. This is to be the destination, and it will answer the call after some predefined timeout, and it will send all challenge with all the three enabled algorithms. And I could also tweak it up here pretty easily, so I can disable or enable. Let me see. What is this one? Yeah. So here I could to change the enabled algorithms on both ends. So I could say I would only to do the subset of those on each end. So I could say only do those ones. And now if we run it again, we should see, hopefully, that it only challenges with, let's see, it's locked. Oh yeah, so here it is. So we only have those two. I could also, just for the sake of it, I could also simulate, hopefully, the very easy setup where you don't even provide the algorithm, just send to none. It's dangerous, might not work, but we'll see.
What happens if you add an algorithm that you haven't got code for, but just for evil tests?
Oh, it will take a crap, I'm pretty sure. And let's see. It actually says failed, so let's see why it failed.
So there are a number of interesting tests there for everyone. First, I mean, if you can get your service to authenticate, that's fine. Second, but most of you have servers that are also clients. I would like to see, since we haven't got the code in Camelio, I would like to see a Camelio react if we get a challenge like this with MD5 number 3, and also if we get a challenge with only one that we don't parse.
Yep. Okay, well, none does not really work very well here, but I will probably go back to. So yeah, this is a nutshell setup on my end. So what I guess we can do, I can share the password credentials with everyone and get it up and running.
Can we have a shared wiki page or something similar where we can add a list of tests? Because
yeah, we can.
Having that and remembering those tests is good when we start developing stuff.
Okay. Well, what I can do is we can have just some shared document.
Yeah, Google document or
Google
something.
document.
But,
Okay.
I mean, there's a number of tests for servers. There's a number of tests for clients. Right?
Yep. Okay, and let me quickly add all of you. Dave. Leave you. And then we have Andrei. Alfred. Sandra. Pavel. All right, so I shared with everyone. Let me just share this tab.
Cats.
Cats.
Sorry, I was shy.
Okay, so what do you want to have? Do I see? Do
Can we separate them in server tests and client tests, right? How you mix
okay.
them?
Okay. So you want to have server test and the client test?
Yeah, then we can match them. So each test on the server can be matched to each test on the client, right?
Okay, so we probably need some kind of table, right? Server client. Or maybe you lead it, Ole, if you can.
If you just start listening, I mean, we have many people with evil minds here. Like this.
Okay, I do not understand what we are doing, but at least I have one free switch working somewhere in the cloud in someone else's computer. And I was trying to use my Linphone from the desktop, but obviously doesn't work if I use the same sound system for this Google meeting. But I'm just registered as non-phone from my phone, and all is working. At least I can check if you do hash auth, if it works well with someone that doesn't accept it and only accept MD5.
I have a small comment with test A. I think the client should use the first one because that is how the RFC wording says, right? Or am I mistaken?
Yeah, but
I
you
think
can disable you can disable MD5
on the client. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then the client
Right.
should find the other ones, right?
Yes.
Like that then.
Yes.
So, I mean, documenting stuff like this can be interesting. Then we have another test thing. I think that's a good start if we can set up servers to do that.
I didn't know there is multiple header value support in one header.
Well, there's always that in SIP.
Oh, it's generic.
Yeah, it's built in.
Awesome.
It's built in into SIP.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
it's
yeah,
an evil thing, but
yeah, it's
I'm
evil. It's
pretty
evil.
sure that
It should
Sandra
work.
and the guys know about it.
Okay, well, I can set up. Definitely can set up. Let's see. What is it? What is this E here?
Yeah.
Totally unknown
Oh, to do.
algorithms.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if the client gets that, it shouldn't respond. But we need to figure out how it fails with it.
Yeah. That's an interesting one. Yes, that's a good one.
And you could add a Sandro one. I mean, I haven't read the syntax lately, but I wonder how many characters we have in the algorithm fields. If we can cause some bad stuff by including the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy in that.
Yeah. Well, these days I hope at
But
least.
let's start with these.
Yeah. So for the first one, so you want MD5 first, right?
Yeah, I wanted that. To see if a client could actually bypass that and move to the bigger one, if configured that way.
Okay. Yeah, I can certainly, but yeah, we have.
That is pretty nice. It seems like the most backwards compatible way to make the upgrade. I like it.
What do you mean?
It's
not
either the
compatible?
server or the client that controls this, right? It's a kind of a negotiation to find the working auth. In alternative D, we have server preference saying MD5 is shitty. Use something else if you can. But we also want the clients to be able to skip stuff that it doesn't support.
Max, can I ask a quick question regarding the steer shaken planning? Because we have Vlad here who has a workshop in like 2.5 hours, and he would like to get away a bit quicker from the meeting. Maybe 1 hour before it ends or something like that.
Okay. What is the deadline for you?
Right. Yeah. So it's roughly, I think it's, what time is it back at your place? Let's just say roughly 1 hour before we end. So
Okay.
10,
Well,
10 a.m. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we'll try to probably involve him.
Okay. I mean, I can take over, no problems, right? I mean, I know roughly what kind of code we have there and what we could test, but I'll let you guys go with it and we'll see. Thanks.
So I guess we need, how can we set up this? Can we set up one server with multiple host names or domains? We can, use outbound proxy to get to the server. So in each domain, we have a different authentication policy. Maxime disappeared. But can you do that in OpenSIPs?
Sorry,
I'm.
I got.
We can, but we. So sorry.
Yeah. Just let me see what I can do on my end. So for those three, they're pretty much already. Well, probably all four. I think it's. I can do the ordering in the wrong way.
But how can you set that up in parallel?
Yes, that's what I was trying to explain. The easiest way for me now would be probably just to run on different ports. So I just start essentially for in parallel and give everyone URI and the password to use and username, obviously. And we could try sending calls to that and see what works and what does not. Then the question for the proxy, like OpenSIPs, what we can do, probably Pavel could trigger question, I guess, for Liviu. Do you guys do? Can you do UIC authentication? So on the call, going out of OpenSIPs, can you authenticate it, or is it just pass through?
We can do authentication as a client, of course, but we have no support for the cool new stuff. We have no code prepped for this meeting. Yeah. But definitely we could make sure that nothing broke in the meantime or something.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like me with Camellia. You can see if things fail badly.
Yeah,
And that's
right.
That's very good input for writing new code. Not everyone writes code during the meeting like Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm not sure it'll work either, but yeah, in maybe 10 or 15 minutes, I might be able to try authenticating
Yeah, cool.
some of this new stuff.
Yeah, me
What's-
too. I can definitely do to build a header after a 401 or a 407 within 15 minutes for sure.
Yeah. What is the what are the credentials you're going to use anyways? And are you going to send like just a SIP register, or are you trying to send an invite? What's if I'm on the UAS side, what should I expect?
On UAS, I can do easily invite.
Okay.
And
Let's do that. Let's do invite.
yeah, but this is you guys sending me calls, right, for the server. So this is
Yes.
First thing I'm looking for is to receive a call.
Oh,
you
so
want-
you want
And
to test your server
yeah,
as well?
I want to receive a call and challenge it with these 3 headers and try to authenticate the response. And then
Okay. So
Connect.
that
yeah,
means
but this is probably Dave. This is probably client side of testing.
didn't he say he has a server, or sorry?
yeah, I have server. So yeah, I just need the username and password that's we're going to use, and the domain, SIP domain.
Okay.
So it sounds to me like we have Max with server and Dave with a server, and I could be the client with the OpenSIPs, but no extension. We are just testing that OpenSIPs doesn't crash if it receives 3 authenticate headers, basically.
Yeah, but it's not only
Yeah.
that, Livio. It also we should check here that for example, in this case, in the case 1B,
1B.
it should basically fail. It should not.
Yes.
It should not kind of assume it's MD5, right? And
I mean, there is a good chance it doesn't even read the digest parameter algorithm. The
Yeah,
algorithm, yeah. So like 50% at least. Yeah.
Can someone put in the chat the link for the Google document?
sure,
Didn't
sure.
you get an email?
I didn't. Me
Okay.
neither.
Okay.
So you fill in your servers
Oh,
and
sorry.
clients in the list.
I did get it. Thank you, Max.
I'll probably create a spreadsheet as well, so we can probably track which tests we run, and
Yeah.
this would be.
I mean, Giovanni, you can certainly test with FreeSwitch here and fail miserably.
Yeah, well, I will put address, port, user, login.
Okay, so let me just start easy one. This one is default. I can run it easy.
So shall I take advantage of this time and start preparing the UAC, or?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Okay, sure.
Giovanni, isn't FreeSwitch a client as well? So you can be both.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. So if you want to test that, add FreeSwitch as a client as well.
Good idea.
Always have good ideas. Let's see if I can get.
All right, I got a server for scenario 1D running. So if if anyone wants to send, maybe Pavel could try sending some calls to that.
So the server address is where?
But you haven't updated in
Yeah,
the
well-
document, Max.
Where can
I
we
put
find the?
I shared the another document which is spreadsheet.
Oh.
Let me just put it into the
Mhm. Right, you're right. Okay.
hold on.
So what do we use for the realm, Max? The same thing, cp.pi-b2b.opensipit.net?
Well, the realm comes from the server, right?
Oh, you're right. You're right.
But I think for the record, I set it to OpenSIPIt.org. So, but,
There is a curious rhythmic noise coming from somewhere.
Not
think
yet.
from Ole, maybe.
From me?
Try to mute yourself, sir. No,
No, it's not from him, definitely.
it's not Ole.
And now it's
Sorry, Ole, sorry.
no more. Now it's no more.
It is. I think it's you, Giovanni. Try-
It was something like tan, 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 tan. Now it's
Anyway.
very faint. It's very little now.
Now it's like background noise. It's like anyway.
Getting something. Hold on.
Just a second, trying to stop the scenario.
Yeah, you did not put the proper destination, your destination username.
I'm adding it there.
But at least I'm getting something, so it's. Oh, I got it. Yet it sent back the challenge. Pavel, can you enable authentication? In should be probably easy, right? And CP.
Let me try to think of it. Would you mind sharing the screen? Like, I'm not able to see what you received.
Just a sec.
Mm-hmm. So what I'm having on the client side is the error from my CP that authentication must use the MD5 or AK version 1 MD5. Seems that CP is not capable for that SHA.
Yeah. First problem.
Well, at least it was working for MD5.
Okay, so it could not handle multiple headers, I guess. Okay, that's let's make a note of it somewhere. So we have okay. It's some stray options.
And that's our machine.
Sorry.
That's our machine, the options.
Okay, okay. Technically, we can try challenging it. I'm not sure how easy that would be. But on, some more. Who was that? Let's see. Yeah, that worked. I think it's from Subvicious guys. Cool.
Yeah, it works. It's the first test that we did.
So it actually went with proper algorithm and
Yeah, I think the first one, the top one is.
okay, that's good. Good news, because there was last week we asked Livio to check our implementation and of SHA, and he found the problem. So I was a little bit scared that there is another one, but
Okay, so I'm starting to test. I'm getting some messages in. I should be able to do the authentication within 5 or 10 minutes max.
yeah, I see the challenge going to your end.
Yeah, the blink is me. Or I guess the OpenSIPs 3.1. Yeah.
Okay, I'm working on setting up the other two, three. That Oli suggested. So
I just tried to test the Brachio server from FreeSwitch as a client. It gave me 503.
Okay, can you try my my server?
Yeah, when you get a chance, can you send that again? I was restarting things. I'm not sure if I saw it or not.
Okay, do you want that I send it now?
Yeah, sure.
Maybe I can quick patch it so it
And now
falls
it's
back.
401 unauthorized.
Yeah, what username are you sending there? One is it?
Admin Bractio. Admin at
Oh,
Bractio.
okay.
Yeah, but it's. I was expecting that my client would try to answer. Okay.
Hey, Pavel, can you try sending to port 561?
Sure, just a second. That's strange. I'm seeing invite going out, but nothing is replied back.
Yeah, I don't see anything on my end. Let's see, maybe it's network configuration. It sure we enable
5061, right?
50061.
Uh-huh. Just a second. Well, it's pretty the same.
Yeah, it's
Basically, I was checking the CP documentation, and they clearly state they support only that MD5 and AK.
Yeah, that's fine. But they could also just skip unknown algorithms and just proceed with it. Because in the original message we had MD5, but at least they don't try to send something in response. So. I got some more. I think it's from you guys, right? From Enable Security. All right, so. So that means that it's going to be one bit scenario.
So Giovanni, is free switch not liking my 401 response?
Hmm. I'm trying to find out the enchantment to send out a call that will authorize. Because for now it's just not answering.
Okay, I think it worked. Invite. Authorization. Ringing. Okay.
Yeah, it
so
did something.
yeah, thank you, Max. We just fixed a bug in OpenSIPs. Yeah, the bug was that whenever so actually I was wrong. So congrats to the people who wrote the code maybe 10 years ago, maybe more, who knows. And they actually did parse the algorithm. However, they said if it's not MD5, it is an error, right? So right. So nowadays it's not an error. Rather, you should just assume that you don't support that stuff and move on and try with the one you know. So right now it sees SHA 512. Right. Continue because I don't know. It sees SHA 256. Same thing. And finally MD5, and it successfully builds the header.
Nice.
So at least we have something.
Can you check, Livio? Are you patching the same file that I patched in my branch? I shared. I think it was on the Slack channel. I pushed my changes.
Dave, when you can you disable, let's say so that it sends only the MD5? I mean the old school. So
Yeah.
I will see if it works
Okay. Just give me a minute.
because probably it's me that I'm not able to.
Max, I'm not sure. Let me see. This is okay. Now I found your patch. Wow, this is quite a handful of commits.
There is if you look to the diff, the change I'm talking about into modules AUS API. Is it the same place that you've been patching?
No, I just patched the authenticate parser, just to quickly allow your suite of 3 headers.
Okay.
Maybe it's
All
not.
right, so it's different
Yeah,
place.
yeah.
Okay, that's good.
I just pasted the diff. It's a
Yeah,
little patch.
maybe what
Yeah.
we'll do later, maybe whatever you fix, we could merge into that branch and
Sure. Let me
use
make
it.
a commit here. So yeah, I'm ready with the next test, by the way.
All right. So maybe send to the other port. There is another server now which should probably work. Well, that one should fail actually because it does not have MD5. So we expect that other one to fail.
Is that a typo or is the port really 50,061?
Yeah, it's not typo. It's actually
It's not
port.
typo. Okay.
Because I said I don't have right now ability to run it in single process. So Uli, what's the case for 1A here? not sure.
FPC. I've been in code, so I don't remember. 1A. Yeah, that's MD5 first. A client that is configured with a disabled MD5 should find
Okay,
the
okay.
nonces in the
All
other
right,
headers.
right.
It's in the first bullet below. Read the first bullet.
Oh yeah, yeah.
bullet
Oh
below.
yeah, okay, okay. Oh yeah, oh yeah. All right. So that's probably for the only eligible is enable security who can test this.
Yeah, we need a server for them to crash. The challenge is that way, in that order.
Okay.
I think I tried talking with your server and I got a 501 not implemented, but at least I got a response. I'm alive.
Yep. What message? What method are you sending?
I sent a register.
Oh, it's only doing whites for now, I think.
Oh, okay. Can you enable register?
I can just generate 200. Okay.
That's a bit more simple for me. Sorry.
I can just do 200. Okay, I guess, instead of
Okay.
not implemented.
But you can't auth it. Right.
Let's see. Yeah, that might be a little bit more difficult to set up.
Okay. Sending an invite from Camelio isn't that easy unless I have something else as well.
Oh, you can ask Pavel to help you. He can send you invite and you just forward it to me.
Sure, just let me know where to send and what
It's
do you want.
Camelio OpenSIPIt net.
No, but then I'm not testing that code. I wanted to test the authentication code in the UAC.
Yeah, but you can probably.
Yeah, I'll see. I started with some configuration I already had.
Oh yeah, one. I think that was enable security. One
Okay, so
works.
is the 5061 port for test number B? Or
Yep.
what is it for? Okay, so
It's 561.
yes, 561. It's the best way. OpenSIPs, of course, fails this one because there is only SHA authentication there. But what's funny is that it still builds MD5 credentials, right? So it tries to get away with it.
That's a bad one. That's a bad one.
I would say it's failed. It shouldn't even.
Yeah.
The authentication function shouldn't work. It should just say, "Okay, I don't know anything."
Dave,
Okay.
I see that now your draft file give me a 401, but as algorithm it lists MD, not MD5. So maybe it doesn't work for good.
Okay, now this is interesting because it also fails test number C. Wow.
Oh.
So as it's originally written, yeah. Here's how it works. It tries to take the result of the last header, and even though the first one worked, maybe it thinks that if you re-include a header, it means it takes priority. So I should use that for authentication. Yeah, that's what it does. And of course, it does the same thing, which I'm already, I think I like to call it weasel authentication. And it just uses whatever it knows with the last header. And of course, it uses MD5 for the SHA-256 challenge. So that's why it fails. Wow. So we failed test B and C. I mean, of course, we didn't prepare anything for this. It's just the standard OpenSIPs code.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But it's important to see how it fails in order to
Of
find
course.
out what needs fixing.
Oh yeah. So for 1A and enable security, can you guys disable MD5 on your end? Because that's what the whole point of that scenario, to make sure that we can disable MD5 effectively on both ends, or one end
Yeah,
at least.
no, you enable it. It's still enabled on the server, but the client should know better and skip MD5 and find the next
Yeah,
header.
that's for them, because right now it's enabled on the client, so it basically picks it.
Yeah, of course. The server says pick MD5 if you know it. But it's interesting when you have three headers and properly Camelio and OpenSIPs picks the last one, just for fun.
Yeah, that is really fun. I mean, it does make some sense because a lot of headers work this way. If they are re-specified, it takes priority. It takes precedence. Yeah.
Yeah, but authentication, you can have multiple authentications in the same message, and you should
Dave Horton.
answer all of them. Right?
You are right here, Ole. This is just RFC 3261. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, the realm picks your authentication, so you have to focus on realm as well. I think I added realm-based authentication to Asterisk many years ago, but I wonder if it still works.
I'm trying to do that, and I'm not able to make it work. But I mean,
Yeah.
it used to work.
Yeah. I'm having trouble falling back to the normal state, so I'm still working through that. I'll let you know in a sec.
Okay, but I suspect the problem is my side. But okay. Anyway, you better answer MD5 and not MD. But it's not only that, probably.
Can you, in the meantime, make Giovanni test with my server?
I sent it and the same. I just get back the 401 and doesn't try to authorize himself. So it's probably I'm not getting something, or in the last version of Free Switch is no more working.
Oh, I see your.
That's only also possible.
Well, it's probably not. It cannot get to the MD5 portion, I suspect.
I don't know. It seems that you're too much positive.
But you have an authentication header. If you scroll up, there is an authentication header.
Oh, it is?
Switch,
Oh, okay. Let's see. Let me just.
Trying to blame Free Switch here.
Yeah. I'm almost sure.
All right, scrolling up.
Oh,
Nope.
you have the MD5
Okay,
is
I
there.
saw one earlier. Scroll up
No,
a
there
bit
is
more.
no. I don't think there is any authentication. So it could not find MD5 essentially.
I
So
don't
Okay.
think so.
no, Gila,
I
that's what.
think it's failing. But
You
you
have
would
an
fail
authorization
also if
header,
you
but
know.
who is sending? Oh, that's Blink. Okay.
That's different. That's from OpenSIPs, I think.
Oh, I don't send. I mean, is invite for one act. That's it.
Yeah, well, it just don't reply to the challenge. So
Yeah.
as we said, it's probably just could not find MD5
I
header.
don't think.
So what about the other one? Particularly, you can try with that 1A case. That one should work for you, Giovanni. This one first.
The first one, let me check. Oh, okay. The 1A, Max is the 1A.
Yes, 1A. It's
Okay.
port 562.
Okay. I see.
The rest is the same.
Same thing. Is my side.
Oh, it's
No,
not working.
but you're also send. But
Oh,
also on port 50062, it sent me MD5 as first one and also the other two. I mean, it's not completely clean.
hmm. Let's see. Yeah, that looks weird. At least it should. One of them should be working because either it picked the last one or it picked the first one.
I believe is my side. I mean, I'm not giving the right command, or they disabled it.
Okay, maybe we'll let me set up the simple one with only MD5. That should work for everyone. That's the case C.
Just for the record, for SIPP, the case A is working as if it is only MD5 only. So I
Yeah,
will send
it's fine.
forward.
Okay, Giovanni, I'm doing only MD5 now. If you want to retry.
I don't think it will work, but I will try. Oh, actually, it works. Okay. Okay, but it sends me the same. So, let me check. But yeah, we're very near.
Are you sending a register or an invite?
Huh? No,
Are you
no, no,
sending
but it's an invite.
an invite? Okay.
Okay, works. We're
Okay.
we're on call. Okay, good. So
Do you want me to
problem
try?
was so the problem is that is not able free switches doesn't send the auth if there are more than one one digest.
Okay. I'm going to add the other ones back in.
Hey, Pavel, can you test 563 port?
63. Yep.
Sure.
It should be
Coming.
MD5 only.
Okay, I tried again, and you gave me 403 auth failed. So it
Yeah,
works.
there's something wrong with, with the
No,
password.
no, but at least it works. I mean, so problem was that free switch only send the auth if there is only the MD5 challenge.
Yeah, we figured it out, I think.
If there is more than one, it doesn't send the auth. That at least give me some satisfaction because I was thinking that I was dropping out of fashion, and you know, young people do different things, and I'm no more able to use free switch and those things. Good.
So for 60th report, the call was successfully established.
With Dractio, yeah,
With just MD5.
yeah,
Just MD5.
just MD5.
Can someone send me, is there any other client that can send me either a register or invite?
Yeah, enable security can send you one, and I will send you one shortly too.
And by the way, there might be a small extension to the D step where there are 3 algorithms. From RFC 2069, it's clear that if there is no algorithm, it's understandable it is MD5. Maybe we shall also try this one. Like, do not
Yeah.
specify algorithm itself and check whether MD5 works.
Ah, sweet. Yes.
Particularly
have
for
that?
D.
For D. What is D?
So one question would be,
No, you cannot do that, I think, because you need to specify for D.
For
So-
MD5, you just don't specify algorithm word and MD5 itself.
It's a little bit. Yeah, it's only MD5. Only you can do it for C only.
Max, but why you send me 403 in the plain MD5 on port 50063?
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Okay, no problem. Maybe I'm sending the wrong password. Huh?
Yeah, check the password.
Yeah, I'll check. Why don't you use test 1, 2, 3 all like all the good boys?
Oh, come on. We need to make it more interesting.
Hey, the copy and paste. The copy and paste is more interesting.
But seriously, test 1, 2, 3 is a little bit
See,
bad
it's
choice.
not so sure. Yeah.
It's a bad
Yeah,
choice for the test password because you only test and like you don't test if it's truncated or anything.
Yeah,
Um,
maybe Giovanni truncates the password to like 16 characters. Or not Giovanni, the software.
yeah, well. We know Giovanni won't do this such horrible thing.
Try to put test 1, 2, 3 and let's see if it
But
works.
it's very I don't know. We could verify it later on. So if you could not find any issues on your end, Giovanni, we will probably have to check.
I made it again, but it seems that
But at least it worked with
yes,
with the other one. So
yes. Maybe free switch tripped the password. I don't think so.
all right. IBC. So Dave, if I send to the Dractio now, what scenario I'm going to test? Dave, I'm muted. Just in
Sorry,
case.
I should respond with 3 choices, but I'm not sure if it'll work or not, but that's what I should respond with.
So you're saying I should get this one 1D case?
Yeah, let me go look at that on my own screen here. Yeah, it should be 1D. Anyways, have a try and see. You can send either a register or invite.
All right, let me try that.
I have a feeling I'm going to need to make some changes, actually.
That's some horrible noise. I got something, not sure what it is, but OpenSIPIt.
I just realized I did some stupid mistake where after the 401, I was rerouting the request hard-coded to 5060 port. I'm not sure if you understand. So I would try to 562, right? I get the auth with second scenario, but then I route it to the original test. So to test 1A. So yeah, exactly. Right. Stupid bug. So this means that, let me just make sure, and this breaks the original theory that OpenSIPIt is picking the last header. That seems to be false.
Okay.
It's weird. There is a problem, Dave, on your end. Or actually, no, it's not. I think you're doing that multiple headers thing, right? Or at least that's what it looks like. I'm getting the
Yeah, I was doing that. I probably should change that, I guess. It seems a good idea to change it. Is it actually invalid?
Ole, I think the format might be wrong.
Can you
I'm
show
not sure if
something?
that, or there is.
Oh, in
If
chat.
you look at the chat, it's what Dave generating. I'm not sure it's the proper format for multiple digests in one line.
Yeah.
The RFC doesn't actually support multiple authenticate headers. So, because obviously there's the comma separating them, and notes
Yeah.
digest
Yeah,
itself
noticed
has
that.
comma inside it. So, kind of.
I must have been wrong there. You're right.
Okay. Well, let me go and work on changing that.
With all the commas, it would be impossible. But does the RC actually point it out, or is it the RC behind the RC?
Yeah, well, that one I'm not sure if it's that relevant because it's HTTP. So I think that multiple headers should be probably regulated on SIP, and I'm not an expert on
HTTP should have the same problem.
All right, so Livio, so what's the outcome? You said there were some problems.
Yes.
Do you want to retest all four, or?
I'm pretty okay right now. The outcome is that my quick fix for test 1A was bad, and by default, OpenSIPIt picks only the first header, and in test 1A, the first header was SHA 512, and only the last is MD5. So that you need some extra code, so it pinpoints the last header. And my quick patch was actually poor because I was rewriting the memory in a way that it somehow worked, but it was not correct. So actually, we pass 1C, but we don't pass 1A. That's the verdict by default. And I think I can get it. I mean, if I spend a few more minutes, I can get it to pass both 1A and 1C.
That would be cool.
Yeah. So I'm not sure how much time we can allocate to this. How are you? How is everyone else doing?
Well, we're still. I guess it would be nice to send something to Dave.
Well, I need to fix mine. That's going to take me a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you give me some credentials, I can build just like I build them for Macs. I can build a header.
All right. Well, then maybe I'll set up that pesky one with the algorithm being something weird. But at least I guess so far we have not found implementation which would just ignore algorithm, right? So they would either bail out or just fail.
Yes, maybe pick the wrong header. Yes, but yeah.
Haven't heard much from Andrei. Andrei, are you with us?
Yeah, I've managed to put several calls testing the scenarios. 5060 port went well. Now I'm trying other scenarios. The problem was I tried to send invite with nobody, and it basically received only 400 something. Request expired much later.
Oh yeah, that's yeah, probably just stick anybody there. It doesn't matter. Yeah.
No, it's okay.
I think the one thing that is probably clear, we've been a little bit too optimistic with the amount of testing we can achieve in one day for this new stuff.
Yeah, I really need to go this evening back home here.
Oh yeah.
And my dog needs a 2 route.
Oh yeah. Yeah, anytime, Oli. I mean, if you are, especially if you are planning to come tomorrow, we want.
Absolutely.
Want
Can
to-
you let your servers be running, Maxime, so I can run some tests while you're
yeah, I
asleep?
can leave them running. That's not does not bother me.
Okay, good testing,
Okay,
everyone.
I'll go
Oh,
to.
yeah. We'll proceed. Thank you, Oli. Very, very helpful. Helping us to organize it.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you,
think
Ole.
we're on a
You're
good
Ciao,
good.
path.
ciao, my
Thank you.
guys. I'll see
Hopefully,
you
I'll see
tomorrow.
you tomorrow and hear about the results and how much code you produced overnight.
See you, Oli. See you. Oh, everybody. Hold on. Everybody's go. It's only Oli, I think. Well, anyway, we lost Giovanni.
Ole. Yeah, he also said no. He also said he's going.
Giovanni said he need to go.
Yes, but Sandro has a question
Oh yeah.
in the chat.
Sure. We can try to do it. I guess. But how do you want? How do you plan on doing that, Sandra?
Well, it's basically an invite message to an authentication header, and we'll actually fuzz that. So we'll see what happens at your end.
Okay. Well,
So-
my server is running, so you can definitely push some traffic to it.
Cool. Okay. We'll keep it a bit low at first. So which is the best port to test against, Maxim?
5060 probably.
Okay, cool, great.
All right, yeah, I can do that.
I've tested Go, the scenarios with Go B2B UA. It goes wrong because it sends just MD5 invite, but nothing else happens, no crash, nothing.
So did any calls go through, or what's the outcome of that?
All calls went through. I received 200 and buy.
I think there was some traceback. I'm not sure. Might be. Can you enable some kind of authentication level for SIP to test?
I think it fuzzed some other parts of the SIP message, right?
Oh, yeah, there are some bodies. We don't really parse it.
Okay,
as part
it
of
might.
this test.
Okay. So we just fuzz parts of the authentication header then.
Okay. So definitely, Max, I can make a config file so Sandro can hit this server. I'll pause the work because the patch is getting bigger. So yeah, it's almost done, but I need a few more minutes. So I'll pause that.
You're still working on some patch, okay.
Yeah, but let's do this. It's more important. Just a few minutes.
Yeah, I think Oli confused a few people. I didn't expect everybody to start packing.
No, Giovanni said that he had some business to attend to.
Oh yeah, okay. But
Yeah.
Dave, I don't think Dave really said anything. Kind of.
Oh,
just...
Dave. They just hopped on the train.
Yeah, I was like, okay. It's getting too complicated. I think Sandra and Alfred, you can also probably fuzz Andrew's B2B.
Okay.
Andrei, can guys send you some calls? And,
Yep. I started it in forward mode to your 50,063 port.
so which means you basically send, I guess, calls to Bob_1 at what's the host name for that?
Yeah. It port 50,063.
On your end?
My end is 5060.
56, that's what I'm saying. So they basically said send it to. Let me just put the URI here.
I need to initiate. In that case, the challenge is not seen for the incoming calls. So maybe I need to add authentication on my site, but it will take some time.
Oh, I'm getting something from. There is some remote party.
That was me.
Is it you? Oh, some remote party ID. Asserted IT.
Well, I wanted to see how it goes if I try to proxy some traffic via CP, like from SIPP to CP, and CP then sends some that digest invite me to your box.
So you doing?
Okay, guys, so I have the SIP set up over here as well with the authentication. Let me give you my public IP. Shall I write it in the...
Oh, they don't really need public IP. They can use
Oh, the...
OpenSIPs at sipit.net, OpenSIPit.net.
Wait.
Should be the host name. There is basically set up the DNS and all that should just work.
I'm a bit lost. So how can you identify this Amazon box or?
Oh, OpenSIPs, OpenSIPit.net. I just posted to the chat.
Oh, okay. That's
yeah,
nice.
that somehow I did not mention before. It's something I muted.
Uh-huh. OpenSIPs, okay.
And it's the same. If you look at that spreadsheet, it's the last column in that spreadsheet, provisioning spreadsheet that I shared. So that's that host portion.
I mean, from here it doesn't resolve to anything, but maybe it works. Or maybe it's like an
does it?
SRV. It's SRV or something.
No, it should resolve. Maybe your DNS is not updating.
Could be.
It should be if you look at your resolver configuration, it should be something like this.
Oh, you're right. It works from if I do it from the Amazon box.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Yeah, it's a local IP. Okay. So yes, if you guys can, it's awaiting some traffic.
Pavel can send you some traffic.
So we shall send the traffic to OpenSIPs?
Yes, sure.
At OpenSIPs.
It should challenge you, provided that I didn't screw up the script.
Okay, it does not accept actual password or anything, right? It just challenges.
It just yeah, but I see already relay forbidden, so maybe I have to restart it.
Yeah.
Yes. Let me remove that part. OpenSIPit.net.
Let me know when done.
Okay, now it's done.
Do you see that invite?
Giving you 401 unauthorized with nonce. Yep, I see it.
Yeah, it works.
Okay.
Well, for me, it hasn't passed after that last invite. So invite 401, then
Yes.
re-invite with that digest and nothing.
Yeah, maybe we need to double check what credentials we are using. Or I think I used the one from the spreadsheet, but username and password, right?
Is that OpenSIPIt 2020?
2020 R6DP. And the realm is OpenSIPit.org. Interesting. Maybe
We can still fuzz with unauthorized credentials, so we can do that. You know.
Oh, okay.
So we'll give it a run.
Yeah, I guess OpenSIPs makes it more interesting target. You cannot really. Well, maybe if there is some very, very stupid errors, but usually Python, I don't expect you can fuzz a lot of it. At least in my understanding.
Yeah, buffer overflows and all of that. Yeah, for sure. I guess you could. I mean, if you crash it, that counts as valid. But I somehow, wow, okay, that's a lot of traffic.
Has it crashed yet?
That's 50 requests actually. So.
Yeah, you're right. It's not that many.
Yeah. But since it's an invite, it will create a lot of technologies.
Yeah, one thing that I wanted to implement as a test, I did not really got time. We've been pretty busy last week with OpenSIP Summit. Is to have a check for implementations for the servers who don't verify expires and ons. Or it might be something you guys would be interested. I mean, from security standpoint. Pretty sure OpenSIPs is good on that end, but I'm not so sure about free switch and Dractio.
Should be receiving a bit more traffic now. And that's concentrating on the authorization header. So
it's already complaining about some bad header.
Okay, yeah, because sometimes it fuzzes the header name too. So that's part of it. I can ramp it up a bit more. So yeah, it's better.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's 1 message per 10 millisecond. So that's.
How does the load look at your end?
Yeah, I mean, it's horrible. It's like www authorization repeated 200 times. Like, it's crazy. It's a crazy test. I like it.
But did it crash yet?
With the binary binary characters. This is amazing. Not yet.
Okay.
But I don't think it will last much longer. We'll see. I'm wondering how much memory did I give it, but I think it has like 120 megabytes, so it should be okay. So what you did, I think you crashed my SN grep for sure.
Yeah, mine also crashed actually.
So
yeah,
SN grep is kaput.
Yeah, I thought it was just a glitch, but actually, yeah, I think we found the bug in SN grep. So yeah, that's cool.
Oh wow! Now it's getting even better with spaces, with repeated letters. Wow.
Well, Giovanni left his instance probably running, so should probably run against it.
Mm-hmm. This is great.
Can test it against all the headers if you'd like. I mean, it would be.
Uh-huh. Wow. So Max, we are going to finish the day on this session, right? There is not much more time for the push notification. Yeah.
I'm still trying to set up that funny case with some bogus algorithm. It's probably should be pretty easy. I think almost there. Hey Pavel, can you send quick call to 563?
Sure.
Oh, actually 64, sorry. That's my bad. No, that did not work.
Getting the same error with supported authentication. What's that on 64?
Oh yeah, it's wrong. I think in wrong directory. Hold on. 1E. Do it again. Oh yeah, I got through.
Well, pretty the same. So it's
No, it's different message now. Let me show. But obviously it fails on your end.
By the way, the test I was trying to do with involving CP and CP, like our test box. It has actually failed because of that NAT structure, so I was sending you invite, but has never received any reply.
Not sure what you're talking about.
Like previously, I mentioned that I tried to involve one of CP boxes in that test scenario and send some portion of calls. I can basically repeat the thing. So it was trying to connect global IP of that Amazon box that you are running. And basically invite was sent there, you received it, but the reply never hit the box.
Yeah. How is holding up, Livia? All good?
Yeah, looks good over here. I think the traffic stopped.
Oh, you guys
Or-
finished with the
Yeah.
fuzzing?
Yeah,
or
I stopped that test.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
survived.
Yeah. It's
Do you
good
want
if you
to
don't
hit?
use it
Do
over.
you want to hit Giovanni's box?
We can. Okay.
It's basically just the free switch.
Yeah,
instead of-
yeah. It's 3.131, right? So yeah. Seems still alive so far.
What is the password? What is your username, Livia, on those instances? I know Giovanni uses the same type of instance.
It's
for
admin, right?
admin, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good to see what's happening on that machine.
Yeah. I'm trying to log in.
I was actually, I need to change because it sends triple W authorization. So yeah, proxy. Okay.
What is that? It's
Yeah, that's better. Okay.
Hmm. It's pretty loaded. It's
Yeah.
just I think Giovanni left the sun grep running.
Yeah.
You guys might crash it a few times.
Yeah.
Something interesting towards. Oh yeah, I think you killed the sun grep.
Hey Max, I just
That's
got a
that's actually interesting. Sorry, yeah, go ahead.
I just got a message from Razvan, maybe Bogdan, that could you change the layout on the workshop a bit? Maybe they
Oh,
are doing some console thing and they cannot see or something like that.
okay, let's see.
If you maybe make it bigger. Thank you.
Okay. All right, I guess I can do that. But what I was trying to say is that it's kind of mild security issue, I guess, if you can kill that SN grep. So if somebody watches something.
Yeah.
Sure, if it helps. No. Yeah, I changed layout a little bit. Hopefully, it's more. Sidebar. But so far, so good. Free switch itself is doing okay. Well, I mean, if you guys feel like you can leave it overnight, if it and you can run it against OpenSIPs as well. I'm not sure if Camelio is set up to accept calls or challenge calls, but at least I heard there is something set up here, so you might want to hit it as well. It's basically Camelio. OpenSIPit.net.
Yeah, there might be parsing issues there. So yeah.
Okay. I will happily announce that the patch works now, and we have both 1A and 1C covered. It's something.
Yeah. Okay. That's
So it
cool.
works. Yeah. So I guess you know the tests better than I do. No need to no need to repeat them. So if you get all three and either MD5 is top or bottom, it works in both cases.
So it's basically, let's see. So you fixed 3 cases today?
Yes, I guess one case because C was working by default.
But before you patched 1D.
Oh, 1D. Yes, 1D exactly. 1D and 1A.
1D and 1A. Okay.
Yes.
So that was 1A.
Yes.
And first MD5, right?
Yes, and that one was working by default because it picks the first header, and we patched 1D. Now I see that you switched. I think, yeah, they were called differently back a few while ago.
Okay, so 1A was working, I guess.
Yes, 1A is working. Yes. So now we have 1D.
Okay, let me just quickly check. I have my logs here. So 1A. OpenSIPs. Let's quality.
I didn't test 1E. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, that's interesting. So yeah, I see 1A. So we have MD5 first, and
it works by default, Max. So the default algorithm is MD5 indeed, even in OpenSIPIt.
that's good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 1A works. So 1B, let's see 1B, what we did in 1B.
Of course, this will not work because there is no MD5. Although I guess you can argue that
this is working, right? Because it would not work if it would try to authenticate instead of.
I think it tries, so it's a bit broken. You are right, because it still sends the invite with MD5 packaging.
Oh, it does?
Or what? Wait. No, I think it's bad scripting from my side because I don't check. Yes, I do not check the return code of the function. Let me improve. Okay.
Well, it looks good from this end, so I don't know if it's false negative or something, but I don't see follow-up invite. It's only one invite. But maybe. Okay, let's 1C now.
Yeah, I need to improve the patch. Just one return code, and we should cover B as well. Return. We have what? 0 or -1. There, make install.
Yeah, this one is easy, right? This 1C is the easiest one. I guess everybody pretty much. 1G. Let's see what 1G does.
Yeah, one. I didn't even test 1C. Like, I know it works because it's working in production. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it works. That confirmed. Cool. Well, I mean, we have all those tests running, so it should be probably trivial tomorrow to run everything with the Camellia. Fill the blanks.
Yeah. Is there any plan for Steer Shaken, by the way?
Yeah, that's what we wanted to do tomorrow. So it would be interesting to try at least. I still need to play maybe a little bit with the certificates and all that tonight. What about you guys, Sandra and Alfred? Do you have anything for Steer Shaken?
I would like to test actually, so it would be great.
But you have some generation for those headers. What is
Well, it's we did some tests using Camalios and OpenSIPs, but we don't generate them ourselves. Usually, we just get the identity and play with that at the moment. So, and basically do testing like we're doing at the moment, fuzzing and all that stuff, you know. So,
I see. So you said you tested Liver 1E. Is it this weird one?
Yes, 1E works for sure. It falls back to MD5 by default, and the call works.
Hold on.
But now
one is the one which should.
Wait, E, right?
Yeah, E. One that generates weird algorithm.
Yeah, but it works.
Oh, it should not be working.
It shouldn't. Oh yeah, you're right.
Maybe my test is not right. Hold on.
No, I'm pretty sure.
Can you do it again?
Yes. Let me prepare one more set of changes because I want to get also B working. Well, just 1 minute.
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay, so the patch seems to be working now, at least, because the B is failing immediately. It does not do any weird MD5 header or anything. It's just saying I couldn't authenticate and forwards the 401 upstream. So let me switch to E. And 1E is 64. And if I send a message, see, I told you it works. So yeah, it's funny.
Chicken.
Oh no, what happened? It's just 6 messages. It doesn't seem to be. What do the logs say?
It works on my end. I did not get
No,
any.
it didn't. It didn't work. Yeah, because I forgot I added the return code check. So okay, it properly fails, and nothing happens. And with the F, I guess F. There is no test for that, but hopefully.
Oh yeah, that one should work.
Yeah.
I would not expect somebody.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it works. Okay, so now let's see if A and D still work. This is fun, actually. And A was 50, 60, no? Right?
No,
Yeah.
8 is 5.
Oh, you changed them.
No, it was we did not name it.
I'm lost.
So 1A
Okay.
is 562.
Yeah, it
1B.
works. And it says MD5, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And B is 61, so we go backwards. And this one fails immediately, correct. And C, okay, why not C? Maybe let's just make sure I didn't break anything, I guess. And it connects, of course. There is only one header. Okay, and the next is D. That is 5060. And it works. And of course, we tested E. Okay, I'm happy. We pass all tests except B, which is expected.
Yeah, well, that's
yeah.
us.
Yeah, I think this is actually a pretty clean patch. I don't think it's rushed or anything.
I'm going to log off, guys. So.
Yeah, I think we've done pretty much for the day. Thank you again, Sandra and Alfred. sorry, we could not speak to you, Sandra. I actually wanted to discuss some of my non-story design ideas, but yeah, some other day, I guess. And yeah, we hope you'll join us tomorrow. We'll have Camelio as well.
Yeah, looking forward for that. So we've got some identity header fuzzing ready, so that would be fun.
Awesome. Sounds great, guys. Thank you for all the help.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you, Livio, as well. Huge thanks. And Andrei, Pavel.
Thanks.
Yep,
okay, guys.
All right.
Have a nice evening.
Yeah, be in touch.
Bye bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye bye.